Welcome. My name is Valur. I'm your friend in Reykjavik. And we've been doing these live streams for quite a while about all kinds of topics about Iceland. And this time we're going to talk about the Icelandic Association of Search and Rescue, which are teams that are, well, basically in every small town scattered around Iceland. And it's basically a national association of rescue units and prevention divisions. There are about 10,000 people that are members of this association, and they are basically helping to save people. They are working as a rescue teams and so forth and so on. And the origins are actually from my hometown, and my guests also, Gudjon from Western Islands. There was a rescue team there consisting of women that started in 1918, and they were basically establishing a lifeline for their husbands working in the fishing industry, and they were trying to support them. But it wasn't until 1950 when there was a aircraft that went down close to the geyser area, and there was a failed rescue attempt by the American military forces, and then just a bunch of farmers or civilians formed a rescue team, and they went and got the passengers. And with the skis and such, and that was kind of like the start. Okay, of making these rescue teams like a common thing, and now there are over 99 rescue units located throughout Iceland, and they go for all kinds of bad weathers. If there are any accidents, both on land and sea. Then they train in various situations, and depending on what kind of a rescue team they are. So they are both on land and sea, and they have a very specialized. Some of these teams are very specialized, and there's even an international part of this, which have gone to. For example, they went to the Haiti earthquake in 2010, where one of the first rescue team to come from an international country, from a country, and to help out, and also in Turkey and Izmit, they helped out, came and helped out, rescue people from the rubble, and they have also been building rescue emergency shelters all around Iceland, like by the coastline, based on there was a serious accident which occurred on a remote coastline, and then they started to build these emergency shelters for travelers, and some travelers have used those emergency shelters in bad weather in Iceland. But yes, I'm gonna just introduce Mr. Gudjon to the show, to the play. Hi, Gudjon.
Hi.
Swana, this is cool. So you've been a part of this. This is a volunteer team. So some people start when they're very young. I think the minimum age is 14, right? To start.
Yeah, that's correct.
And
yeah. You had a question?
Yeah. So basically, if you're interested, then you can sign up to basically for training, and then there's all various when you're young, that you can get trained in various, and when you grow older, then you start to go to be a fully fledged part of the team. How does that work? How does the process work for volunteers?
So it's a little bit different between places and rescue teams in Iceland, but most of them have this. You start at 14 with the young, that we call unglingadeild, and then you start just to know everything. Start with the first aid. You get the sentiment about that, how to dress out in winter time, and how to travel, and how to be together in a group.
Mm-hmm.
So that will take place for a few years, and then we have the middle stage in the organization, and then they start to take all the classes and learning about snow, driving cars, ships, first aid, search technique, and everything like that. It's around 2 years process to do that. So yeah, that's the when you can start, and of course if you're 18, you can be on the call list for the rescue team. And if you have finished a lot of the it's I think it's like 15 or 20 classes that you have to take in every.
So it's a fully fledged school. You need to go through, like you said, about 20 classes before you're able to step up and join a rescue.
Yeah, we think as an organization that you need to be prepared for everything, and you have to know how to search for people, or you have to know the weather, and you have to know, of course, the first aid. Like we have 2 classes of first aid that you have to take: first aid 1 and first aid 2, and then you can go further into that. The wilderness is a part of that. So yeah, it's a big school to take, but you learn things that you can bring onto life, and you can always use it in every situation.
So did you start this young, or when did you start?
No, I started probably 16, I think. Yeah, probably 16 in 2005, I think. I'm correct. Was ongoing to 2009. To take a break, and started again in 2021 in Grindavik.
Yeah, so you were actually, you just started before the eruption.
Correct.
Was that the catalyst that did all the earthquakes start and then now I need to sign up, or what was that?
No, it was. So I did move to Grindavik in 2020, I think, or 21, and I was just thinking how to get into the town again and stuff like that, and one guy came to me and said, "Why don't you start in the rescue squad again?" So I did that, and I did start to know.
Okay, there's a little bit of a disconnection now, seems to be, with Mr. Gudjon. Hopefully he'll be back with us soon.
I was on the.
Gudjon. And there was a little bit of a disconnection. Like in the last minute or so, you got disconnected. So you're just saying that that you moved to the town, and as a way of getting connected, you started to.
It was the part of to getting to know people in the town and stuff like that. So I started, and I went on the on-call list for search and rescue on I think Saturday, the weekend before the eruption. So I did get my hands full for a few months there, and it was a crazy time, but of course it was beautiful to see, and it was good to help people there.
But just to let people know, so what happened? So shortly after you enlisted again, there was a big little volcanic eruption, but still in close to this town of Grindavik that you lived in, and so the rescue team from that town was one of the kind of like the lead team responsible for trying to keep people safe that were anxious to see the volcanic eruption. So that you were building boundaries and all kinds of work, watching for pollution or gas pollution and clearing people out from areas that were dangerous, right? So you were kind of like you were the lead team. Did you organize the because then eventually, because you were not a big team obviously, so you needed help from all over the country from rescue teams. Did Grindavik lead the organization?
Most of it, of course. Like you said, we had help from I think every rescue squad in Iceland at the time. but yeah, the main thing about the organization that we have Iceland listed up for like station 1, station 2, or station 3 and stuff like that. So yeah, the head of the rescue team was organizing everything, of course with the police, with the government of Grindavík and everyone. So yeah.
Yeah. But you were talking the rescue team, on the station 1 and 2 and 3. What's the stations?
Yeah, so the station is like a post number of rescue teams. So
Okay.
we have like number 1, number 2. So number 1 is in Reykjavik, and number 2 is the Reykjanes, Grindavík, Keflavik, and everything. And we have it up to like 18, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but yeah.
So post numbers for rescue teams.
Yeah, basically like that. So yeah.
Okay. So so you were basically caught put on call. You were there out with the teams, basically watching out for people and clearing out and such. There were a lot of people, a lot of Icelanders. I think 1/3 of the country went to the volcanic eruption to see the eruption. So it must have been sometimes there must be a little bit of tricky to tell people
like the first day of this craziness was unbelievable, because we got a car line from the volcano through the town up the street to Grindavík and into Reykjanesbrautin. That's a lot of cars, and people didn't get in Grindavík were trying to get home from the store and stuff like that. So we got it was a big event in Iceland, and because of it was just in the backyard of Grindavík. Obvious people want to see this amazing thing that the volcano is.
Yeah, and it started, of course. So just to let people get the navigation a little bit. So there are 2 roads leading up to the volcanic eruption, and the other one was closed at the start. So the only way was going through Grindavík. So everybody, all the cars were driving the same route.
Yeah, because of the earthquake, the road before did close of safety reasons. So yeah.
Exactly. So so you were also were you pulled into car patrolling? Is that a part of the system?
Yeah, of course. We have a unique like a relationship with the police and the Coast Guard and everything. So of course we were helping them at this time, trying to get this line in order. But it was hard. It take like, I think, 7 hours to finish it. It was a crazy time, but yeah.
Okay. How about the volcanic eruption? And now we saw multiple people walking too close to the lava, stepping on the lava, going into the gas and such. Were there any specific moments, like difficult moments, like Amy is asking, did you have to save anyone from the lava, so to speak?
Okay. So not basically from the lava. I think nobody did get burned at the time. So most of the injuries was like people falling down and broken legs and stuff like that. We had a lot of that, and I mean a lot.
So for those that didn't visit, the walk to the lava was pretty tricky. This was not an easy path for some, and there were many people that were not at all equipped or physically able to go towards the lava, and still went, so that caused, of course, some problems.
Yeah, people were going on high heels to the volcano. Yes. We are on the mountain and on the it's a big mountain. So yeah, it was strange to see people not being with the good equipment going there, but nobody died.
No.
That's that's the good thing about it. We had a lot of injuries there, but yeah, everybody did come out safe, alive. People did get lost there in the park. So yeah, it was a. We've always been talking about it to sit down and go over the story, because for me, it's like just a one big out call, but it was like 100 out calls at the time. So yeah, it's a strange year for the rescue team.
How does it work? Like you're like the rescue teams are volunteer. How does that work? Like in regards to work, like you were called out to basically watch out for a volcano and for this stood for half a year. So how?
We have a very understanding, most of us, owner of the companies that we work on, and the biggest support that we have is the family of my family is my biggest supporter in this journey, and of course my boss at the work. You understand that if I don't go and everybody don't go, nobody will show up. So of course it can be tricky when you have to go like every day for 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe 5 times per day. It can be tricky, but we have the understanding, and that is the biggest support that we have.
I think that's a total catalyst that Icelandic people are, they understand the value of the rescue teams. They have proved yourselves so many times that then there's no need to discuss that. So people are, I think, very. Of course, when you sign up for these kind of work, people show respect and understanding. But it must be tricky, like when it is for such a long period, like many days, like you said, like many weeks, and constant troubling.
Yeah, it's a part of it is that helping people is it's a good feeling. When you can help people, you get this feeling in yourself that I can't explain, and so you can be tired, and you're frustrating about the situation. It's been going on in 3, 4 weeks. You're tired. You get the call. You go out from your home. You go in to the rescue house, the station, and you just smile. When you come into the door, it's just another day. And I think because we have this structure in the Ice-Sar in Landsbjörg, that we always want to do more. We always want to improve ourselves, and we always want to help more people. And of course, it's part of it is the adrenaline. I'm not gonna try to say no about that. So it's a part of the feeling that you get. Like, I think 4 minutes before we went live, I did get a call out in my hometown because of bad weather, and it's snowing a lot, and like in Iceland everywhere now. So I'm not at home now. I'm in the east of Iceland. So yeah, I had to. Hopefully, I know my people are doing a great job there now, towing cars and closing roads and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's also a part that maybe people don't know, that bad weathers in Iceland, the search and rescue teams are working overtime, helping out, like saving valuables and people, and watching out for roofs and whatever needs to be done. The search and rescue teams are working that also, so they are called out if that happens also. I
we have like now in Iceland in south and southwest and southeast. I think we have a yellow. We have this weather thing that we call yellow, and then orange and red. We have yellow now, going for orange. So probably the most of the rescue team in the south is going to be doing something tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So you were there for the Fagradalsfjall
Yep.
eruption, and then I met you when you were working at the COVID hotels or the quarantine hotels.
Yeah, I love so my main thing in life for I love helping people. So I'm with the Red Cross too, and I did work there for one year. I was not volunteering there just in the beginning,
Mhm.
and yeah, so I search for these opportunities to help people
Yeah.
because most of us will do that.
So just to give people an inclination. So I got COVID in November last year, and not last year, 2020, November 2020, and yeah, I went into. Fortunately, the Iceland government was supporting with like these quarantine hotels, so I could go away from my family. Was there for a couple of weeks, and Gudjon was one of the people handing me food and keeping my spirits up. So thank you for that, Gudjon. And
No problem.
I also know you were also called out now because of the airplane that got missing like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So how does that? You obviously you are taught to search. You have teams that are. And how does that work? Missing plane, and
It,
did,
it
did,
was
did you
a
get
it was
did you
a
get a did you get a list of places to check? How does it work? Like how is the process?
yeah most so particular if we are searching for a missing person in Grindavík, uh, we have just this program that we start. Uh, it's always the same. Every rescue squad is using the same technique. So we have a map and we put a layer over it, and then we put it in smaller pieces every town. Uh, you were talking about the plane shirts. For the beginning, it was a big part of Iceland that was under. So we were searching the Reykjanes and Þingvallavatn and everywhere. And it
You didn't have a clue where it was located in the basically
not in the beginning,
southwest of
but in few
Iceland.
yeah. So in the beginning, it was like a big uh, part of Iceland that we were searching, and with clues and with a great job of the heads of the search, the police, the fire department, the coast guard, and everyone, we can put it together in some parts of it was Þingvallavatn now. So yeah, but this I think we did amazing job uh, in the shirt, of course. That's my opinion. But unfortunately, there were no survivors, and that's just the thing about it. But yeah,
How many do you know how big the team was that was searching around the Thingvalla area?
it was about 1,000 people.
1,000 people, just mostly volunteers that were just going by this quadrants system that you have.
Probably 98, 99% of the people were volunteering.
Yeah. And how
And
many
there we have this wheels that we have. We have the Red Cross, we have the Ice-Sar, we have the police, the fire department, the Coast Guard. Everybody is working together, and it's a beautiful thing to see when it happens because everybody knows their part, and I think that we have in Iceland here now this system is a unique in the world. I
Mhm.
think so. Uh, if I'm not right, someone can tell me. But this is amazing thing.
Uh,
It's amazing to be a
it-
part of it.
yeah, I can completely understand that. Is there trainings with training? Do you train with or with like police and with
Yeah, we do that. Most of the time we will do like in airport in Iceland. We have in every 5 years, I think, the biggest airports we have are like a training there. So everybody comes together and we do the training, and after it we will go over it to see what we can do better, what did we do well, and we're always trying to improve and improve and improve and improve, and that's the great thing about it.
So the Coast Guard, the police, the search and rescue teams, the fire, they all come together and they train like every 5 years, for a massive search or massive like accident or something like that.
Yes, like in Keflavik Airport, we did it last year. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to like go and take every piece of the plan, because we have a plan for if the plane go down. We have a plan if it's an earthquake. We have a plan if it's a volcano. We have plans for everything. But like between years, we have to improve it. So that's the main part of it.
Yeah, but it must be sad to when you're searching and 1,000 people searching, and then eventually you discover that the plane went down into Þingvallavatn Lake, and yeah, no survivors. And but I know that the search and rescue teams were also working, helping to recover the plane and bodies, and it must be a hard thing to I understand the adrenaline when you're trying to search and trying to find, trying to help, but it must be also kind of a sad process to keep on working after you know what happened.
Of course, it will get different when it's a situation like that. But if I go, like if you're searching for people and then you have to get in this category, then you have to just think about the family and the closure that they need. That's a big part of it too, because it's one thing to lose somebody in your life, and that everybody will do at some part. But it's hard if you can't bury him or can't find him, so you don't have the closure at the time. So if you think it like that, it's easier, yeah. And but it's not for everybody to do it, but yeah.
But it's we know of about several or a couple of instances where nobody is found. Basically, they are just disappeared. So I understand completely that the drive to at least recover the body for the next of kin. So
but it's a good thing that I think I'll at least do it. I try to leave when I go home. The search and rescue will stay at search and rescue. It's the same as the police, the fire department, and everybody. It's a big part. You have to go home and just be a family and be yourself. Not think about this. Sometimes, of course, you go home and you think about the outcome that you did. It's maybe just towing a car, but it's the best way to deal with hard feelings. That you have to have the space that you're just yourself and can be yourself. Of course.
Yeah, I understand, but it must be sometimes tricky to keep the job, after when you come home. That keep it up.
It is. But we have a great support by the head Ice-Sar, the main office of Ice-Sar. We have a good support in the rescue team. We have a good support of that people are the heads of the search and rescue team that you are in. And so we try to hold on to everybody. So if I can see that if Valur, you were with me in Outgo, and it was a hard call for you. I will try to get you and ask you, are you okay? And we try to do that, and we're not trying. We will do it every time.
And
But most of the time, sorry.
I believe also that they're like a psychologist, and if there's a very hard cases or some you obviously come to some very disturbing sometimes situations. So and I think I know there's a great support in there. But I'm just going to give a shout out to there are a couple of people that are watching us: Patricia and Patty and Pat and Will and Adrian, Izzo and Amy. And they've been leaving comments here. Do you see the comments, Gudjon? Do you have any questions for Gudjon about how to be a volunteer and such? Heyrir ekki í mér, okay. Allt í lagi. He doesn't hear what I'm saying, so that's perfectly okay. But if you have any questions, drop me a line. I'm just gonna.
Ég heyri bara ekki í þér, þannig ég veit ekki alveg hvað er að gera sem það var.
Allt í góðu. I hear from you. So, minnst afmálið, no problem. So, if you go to the search and rescue page of this Landsbjörg, then you can, if you want to donate, you can. There's a PayPal connection here, and if you go there, you can support the teams if you're so inclined. They take PayPal, so if you want, but Gudjon, do you hear anything? No sound? Okay, maybe he'll connect again. Linda says, agree, just saw a school in UK that messed up and had to be rescued. I'm actually situated in the UK, in the middle of UK, and fortunately the weather was not that bad here. This was just like a proper winter wind in Iceland. But, obviously I saw the coast and how it was by the coastline, and much harder. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry about this.
No problem.
I'm still working. I'm here. I'm a medic, like a first aid medic here in South Coast in a business. So I had to help him a little bit, but everything went wrong here.
No problem. So I was just putting a lot of comments here down below. They were just saying that they are impressed by you and the team, and Isso says here, people like this should have a football superstar paychecks. So we wish that would happen.
Yeah, our paycheck is the things and the good things that can come out from this, because like I said before, it's this feeling when you can help people. You smile and you get a hug, and not at COVID time, of course, but it's a great. It's good to go home, going to sleep, and know that you did a great job and did help somebody. So that's the big paycheck, I think.
Yeah. Adrian has asked, you have to pay for the training yourself, right?
So no, it's not like in my rescue squad. So as they pay the courses, and they help us buy the equipment.
The equipment, yeah. So Adrian, and there are like classes and stuff that basically the search and rescue teams, and one of the things that search and rescue teams survive on is the fireworks every year. That's a big part of the funds that search and rescue teams have. They sell fireworks before New Year's, and every Icelander knows that's a huge part of their duty to the Icelandic search and rescue teams to, buy some fireworks and fire them up.
Yeah, like that time when we were selling these fireworks, everybody is happy, everybody is thanking you for the job, and it's a big event that people are thanking us for what we do and supporting us. And of course, we have this Fagradalsfjall. I don't know. It's a people that are paying monthly to help us have this ongoing.
Yeah, so basically supporters or donors or people that are
Yeah,
paying to have.
so they it started like 2 weeks ago to doing that, and it's always going bigger and bigger, and we have a lot of supporters in Iceland. They are paying monthly for so we can improve ourselves and go to training and have the cars ready and everything, because it's a big company that we have, the Iceland.
Sounds good, Gudjon. Thank you so much for joining me and telling people a little bit about Ice-Sar. Just wonderful to see you and hear from you. And vonandi sé ég þig fljótlega.
Vonandi sjáum við. Thank you for me.
Bless.
All right.